following me.
Yoroi, we're back!
Oh, keep it down. Bringing all these people at this hour. Don't you know even statues need to sleep? Shogun! I bow before thee. No, wait, shoot, I'm still a statue. What should I...
All is well, Ioroi, hidden protector of the grove.
Ah, that would be because when Ioroi tried to pluck a Naku weed from the Imperial Garden, A nearly split him in two, Yashiori Island style.
Keep it to yourself, you meddlesome kitsune.
Ioroi, I wish to ask you something.
Anything, Shogun. Absolutely anything. It is my honor to answer.
Suck up.
You could have at least slowed down a little. It took forever to convince them to come with me.
Oh, it's Yoroi! The humans really did kill you! Your body is stone!
Huh? I am not dead!
Not dead? The Kitsune spoke the truth?
This smell is Yoroi! Yoroi is alive! Yoroi? The humans really did seal you away!
Wait, this must be Kinkaku, and Tetsunosuke! You weren't sealed away?
When the humans, Kabuda Harunosuke, came to hurt us!
We ran and hid. The humans searched and searched. So many friends couldn't move. Our yokai powers were getting weaker.
So we decided to escape the human just as the great Bakedanuki Tsukumo taught us, by digging a hole in the ground! That's when we uncovered a horn filled with yokai power! It was the will of the great Bakedanuki Kichiro made manifest! It restored our power! And then we made the human go, oh, ching, chung, yeah, yeah, ha, ha.
Oh, and by, ting tune, yeah, you mean?
We tricked him and ran.
So, you didn't actually beat him up at all?
We've been using the horn to hide ever since. But there are too many humans. It's getting harder to hide.
A horn full of yokai power. Could that be the source of the nightmares? The reason the Bakedanuki are so afraid of humans? If the horn contained the fragment of a nightmare, using its power to hide would spread the nightmare to them. That means the Bakedanuki have been trapped inside this state of anxiety for 500 years.
Ha! I could have told you that nothing good would come from that horn. Using external power is against the Tanuki path.
We strayed from the path?
But the horn helped us hide from the humans. The humans tried to take our land.
On the contrary, the purpose of the investigation was to determine in advance if yokai were present on the land in question. Whether we avoid encroaching on yokai territory altogether or attempt to reach a mutually beneficial agreement, a peaceful resolution was always the goal.
Oh, really?
Wait, that is what the humans said back then, isn't it?
By order of the Shogun, if yokai live here, we need to discuss the proposal.
Ginkaku, Tetsunosuke. Not all humans are bad. Yellowfur over there helped me a great deal, you know.
Besides, the Bakedanuki were only sealed away back then because Ioroi stole that comb.
Yoroi is a thief? Yoroi got what he deserved.
How was I to know it was used to make sacred Sakura Daifuku? I gave it back, didn't I?
So the humans were mean for no reason?
Well, if you must know, the young human and I fought. I was perhaps a tad careless, so I conceded the match. Anyway, the point is, neither side is bad.
There he goes again, changing the subject when it makes him look bad.
Now you know. No human is trying to harm you.
So, it was all a nightmare.
500 years in hiding? For nothing.
It was a 500-year-long game of hide and seek. What's so bad about that? Besides, you won.
Huh? We won? Go us! We're even better than Eoroi!
Hey, my game of hide and seek isn't over yet.
Wow, the mind of a Bake Danuki is something else. Still so cheerful even after all that.
That nature is what isolated them from the worst effects of the nightmare and prevented them from causing any real harm. But a nightmare that's still affecting people after all this time? Who could it belong to? A horn buried under Mount Yogo.
Tainted by darkness, the Oni warrior raised her sword against the almighty shogun. Losing an arm and a horn to the shogun's blade, she fled into the forest, never to be seen again. A trusted lieutenant fighting against the forces of darkness, she was once devoured whole by a beast from beyond this world, with the body of a tiger and the tail of a serpent, until she tore the creature apart from within. Thus she earned the name Chio the Tigerbite, or Tora Chio.
I don't think Chio would like that name. Though she escaped the belly of the beast alive, that battle never left her. She saw the memories of her fallen comrades everywhere, slaughtered one after another, until she could no longer distinguish dream from reality. The nightmare twisted every joy in her life, her subordinates, family, and friends, into enemies in need of destruction. It was in that state, trapped in the battlefield of her mind, that she raised her sword against me on Mount Yogo. With the Muso no Hitotachi, I cut off her arm, one of her horns, and a portion of the mountain itself. I suspect that is when the horn in question was buried there.
And subsequently uncovered by 3 Bake Danuki. That means the fragment on the horn comes from Chio's nightmare.
Nightmares feed on fear and anxiety. If what the traveler saw is true, it's possible Kinkaku and the others' fear over the past 500 years allowed the fragment to gain physical form and become something akin to a jibakure. An earthbound spirit. They move through the ley lines, but are also bound by them. That's why the traces of this entity appeared intermittently and never outside of Mount Yogo.
It would seem the fragment of this nightmare is no different from the one back then. It hates all joy and every good thing in this world. The investigation team working for a better future? Attacked. Hitotsume Kozo and his friends, kind enough to lend a helping hand? Attacked.
Yeah, and we were attacked too! Right when we were having fun with the playtesting.
Perhaps it needs to regain strength after your defeat. Or perhaps it is biding its time because it knows, with whatever rationality remains, that it cannot defeat you. But sooner or later, its twisted hatred will force it out of hiding, and it will move to strike its enemies. When Chio set her sights on a target, she was never one to waver.
Oh.
But both possibilities prove something. Nightmare fragments can be defeated, and an enemy that can be killed is one that can be split in two by the power of Muso Ishin.
There's really no other way?
Mikoshi Chio, is gone. A fragment of a nightmare tied to a severed horn. That is all that remains. The living must take precedent over the memory of the dead.
Oh, who cares about the dead anyway? I'm just trying to look out for the living.
What is that supposed to mean, Miko?
Oh, I'm just concerned about our poor Bake Tanuki friends.
Huh? What does that have to do with us?
The nightmare fragment has been tied to the Bake Tanuki for nearly 500 years. Strike it down, and who's to say whether you take the lives of our poor friends along with it?
I beseech you, almighty Shogun, spare the young ones. It was just a momentary... a 500-year-long lapse in judgment.
Miko, you speak the truth?
If you don't believe me, ask Mizuki and the Traveler. I'm sure they've encountered similar cases during their extensive travels.
Well, Oh! Yes, during my studies both in Liyue and Natlan.
Then, what would you propose? This nightmare fragment is a constant threat to Inazuma. Should all other options fail, I will take action.
If the fragment's hatred toward the world comes from a nightmare, then the most logical option is to get rid of the nightmare itself.
Right! Can't you just eat the nightmare, Mizuki?
The Yumekui Baku already tried that 500 years ago. Even yesterday, when faced with the corruption of the nightmare, Mizuki could only mitigate the effects.
What was impossible back then is not necessarily impossible now. I think Mizuki has the right idea. If we cannot eradicate the nightmares directly, why not use this entity's tricks against it? Combat illusions with illusions. Combat nightmares with dreams.
Is that even possible?
Don't forget, there are yokai that specialize in shape-shifting and illusions, and they happen to be right in front of us.
Where? Kinkaku doesn't see them anywhere!
Maybe they're hiding as trees? Or the wind?
Fools! The kitsune is clearly referring to the Bake Tanuki. Tetsunosuke, Kinkaku, must you be so dense?
Given their centuries-long connection to the nightmare fragment, they are perfectly positioned to create a dreamscape that the entity will be unable to distinguish from the real world.
Back then, the nightmare had little to no weaknesses. If we want to give the Bakedanuki an opportunity to strike, I assume you have a plan, Miko?
You said it yourself. Mikoshi Chiyo is gone. All that remains is a fragment of her nightmare, already broken and vulnerable. Besides, Mizuki is an old friend, one that is not to be underestimated. She has traveled the land studying dreams and is far more capable than those old fossils back then.
Oh, she just usually doesn't compliment me to my face. But Miko's right. If we work together, I'm confident we can put together a ritual to subdue the nightmare fragment.
Once we perform the ritual, it will take some time for the barrier to take effect. Luckily for us, we have two formidable warriors on our side. Our festival representative, who also happens to have extensive experience against dark forces, and the almighty Shogun, unmatched in combat. I'm sure the two of you can buy us some time.
There's just one problem. Since this entity can pass through the ley lines, its movements are unpredictable. If we're going to create a barrier, how can we be sure it appears where we want?
The solution to that is obvious. If the nightmare fragment despises all sources of joy and happiness, then naturally a joyous occasion would be an evil beyond measure. an enemy that must be annihilated at all costs.
So, if we want to lure it out...
The Mikawa Flower Festival!
What joy could possibly compare to finishing one's work right before the deadline?
I would imagine we can all think of a few. But I agree. The Mikawa Flower Festival is the most plausible target. Once the enemy appears, I will pull them into the plain of Euthymia immediately. I will not put the people in danger. Traveler, I ask that you join me there so we can subdue the enemy together.
All right. I will update everyone back at the festival and start the preparations for the ritual. I'll need your help, Mizuki. It's going to be a busy night.
Looks like an all-nighter for me.
Well, this was your idea. Oh, and don't forget, you need to finish a Little Fox's Daydream as well.
And in a surprising twist, you were my nightmare all along.
Traveler, during the battle tomorrow, it is imperative you know your limits. If the enemy proves too much to handle, leave them to me. I know. I understand your concerns, just as you know mine. We need not say any more than that. Just get some rest and prepare yourself for the battle to come. One more thing. Thank you.
There's no such...
All right, it's finally time for the festival! Hopefully everything goes okay. Do you think everyone completed their games? Let's go check it out!
Remarkably efficient, Ayato. How are things with the Tenryo Commission?
Oh, you're all here! Well, it's a relief to have you all in our corner. Those in need?
I'm sure you'll run into her as you walk around. Oh, and just a reminder, you need to select the best game later tonight. Most importantly, don't forget to enjoy yourself. We need this event to be as joyful as possible if we want the plan to work. Once you're done experiencing the festival, you should check in with A.
Ah, Captain! Swordfish 2, salute! To be honest, some Watatsumi Islanders aren't too concerned about the festival or the safety of Narukami Island.
But if they knew it was for the captain of Swordfish 2, I'm confident everyone would be here in a heartbeat.
I never considered that angle. You possess wisdom beyond your years, Kokomi. On par with a certain other shrine maiden I know.
Mizuki! Did you get any sleep at all?
I'm fine. Sometimes you need to push past your mental limits to unleash your full potential. I've seen that many times in my line of work. I will. The good news is the ritual is all set. That means the festival can proceed, and we can focus on realizing our vision. As for the more pressing matter, once the nightmare fragment appears, we will begin the ritual, but it needs time to take effect. You and the Shogun are the only ones who can subdue the enemy until then. Do you remember what I told you yesterday, before you left for Isa Bathhouse? Humans, yokai, and archons bear the same capacity for emotion and are naturally susceptible to the same mental turmoil. It's very possible that someone who appears strong on the outside has learned to compartmentalize their negative emotions, and that is far from healthy. Good. I trust you won't let the Shogun shoulder this alone. Not anymore. Oh, Miko wrote that. She can explain it better than me. Why don't you ask her?
Big Dog is afraid?
Don't you think this puzzle is a bit too complicated? If we make this small adjustment, it'd be a lot easier to understand, don't you think?
You're right. I never thought about it that way.
Oh, no. You two did all the hard work. You made it easy for me. Oh, when did you get here?
Just now! Seems like you're a natural, Ayaka. A real game developer at heart, huh?
Oh, you remember that. Well, Brother had everything covered, so I asked Yoimiya if she could use a hand. I'm just glad I didn't turn out to be an inconvenience.
In a jam? Because jam is sticky, and we got stuck. Not that kind of jam. But it doesn't matter. We just need to get this done.
Traveler, Lady Guji told me about the upcoming battle. As I understand it, this is an extremely dangerous endeavor, and the rest of us can only help from the sidelines. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Be careful. How did you sleep last night, Sayu? Do you need a break?
I think I can push through just this once. I'm sure I'll still get taller. Great Mujina Yokai! Good luck!
The Arataki gang rules!
Not your fault. Bakedanuki are powerful. Even Shosei couldn't smell them. Longhorn Oni is stupid. Stupid Oni really helped make game? By the way, where are the real Hitotsume Kozo and his friends? And what about Tetsunosuke and the others?
Great idea, boss!
Something tells Paimon this group is about to be as useless as the one you had before. Hornless Oni? He's as scary as ever.
It's you. Before battle, it is imperative to calm the mind. If you have unfinished business, see to that now. Then, come meditate with me. Since leaving the plane of Euthymia, I seem to experience this feeling more and more, whether in the markets of Inazuma or before the sacred Sakura. No, it may not be a bad thing. In the plane of Euthymia, I could not perceive the consequences of my choices, but that did not preclude their impact. It is only natural that I would feel their effect one day. Even a god cannot sever the link between cause and effect. I have come to realize that isolating oneself from all engagement is no way to reach a true state of euthymia. I will not unleash Muso no Hitotachi this time. I can only support you in the battle ahead, using illusion against illusion, dream against nightmare. The ultimate success of this plan comes down to you, traveler.
Did we do it?
The Arataki Gang rules!
Prepare yourself, traveler. All right, follow me. To think, there would be a day when we would fight in the plain of Euthymia, side by side. Stay on your guard, traveler.
of thunder, heed our call. Shatter the night,
Unmask it all.
We have the advantage. Time to strike.
With your might, let illusions fall.
You my power. I grant you the Shogun's blessing.
God of Thunder, heed our call.
Shatter the night, unmask it all!
With your might, let illusions fall!
Wake up! Wake up! Makoshi-sama! Makoshi-sama! Are you okay?
We thought you'd been eaten alive by that beast.
Mother!
Do what you must. Just save her.
This nightmare, it's beyond our skill to heal. Nightmare. It felt like an endless nightmare.
Sleep in peace. This time, only sweet dreams await.
For many of us, I'm sure the last few days have seen unforgettable levels of stress and fatigue. But for now, I hope we can put the past behind us and enjoy a night of pure, unadulterated fun. Now, before we kick things off, our representative will announce the award for Best Game. The winning team will take home a sum of prize money courtesy of the Yashiro Commission, along with the Tanuki Game Award. In addition, our special guest has the honor of announcing a special award. Shogun, if you could.
This special award recognizes the team with the most immersive game. And that goes to the creators of the horror game, The Doppelganger Incident. Kinkaku, Ginkaku, and Tetsunosuke.
Huh? Oh, so it was a horror game all along! I really thought I'd seen a ghost.
Wow, that takes immersive to a whole new level. Bakedanuki are something else.
I present you this award in the name of the Narukami Ogosho, and I promise you this. No human shall infringe on your peace without cause.
Shogun is the best!
Shogun is the best!
The whole purpose of the investigation was to avoid disturbing yokai territory. Besides, the world is a big place. Humans, yokai, there's more than enough room for all of us.
Though there were misunderstandings, wariness, and even hostilities along the way, we still ended up with a celebration in the end. Seeing the Bakedanuki together with all these humans and yokai, it's a moving sight indeed. Miko took them to Mizuki so she can check them over. We needed to make sure the disappearance of the nightmare fragment did not have an adverse impact on them. After all, you claimed striking down the nightmare could endanger the Bakedanuki. Unless that was a lie?
Too slow.
Next time, blah, blah, blah. We finished the game, but it feels like I'm forgetting something, like our original goal.
Just let it go and enjoy the festival. All the games are super fun.
Bakedanuki spell! Pip!
All good. That Yumekwi Baku lady already looked us over.
We woke up once the nightmare fragment was gone. It felt like one big, long dream. Sorry we couldn't help you with the game, boss.
Let's kapow together! But we were just there.
It's not good to get distracted during a match, brother. Oh, okay. Go easy on me, traveler.
Boss! The Mikawa Flower Festival was a huge success for us! We had 3 times more visitors than usual! Based on what we've made so far, I think we'll be able to make... this much.
That's great news! We might even beat Yai Publishing House this month.
Oh, you look pleased about something. Having a party without me?
Oh, it's nothing.
I forgot to share some good news with you. 30% of the proceeds from the festival have been transferred to Yai Publishing House. We're expecting record profit this month. Don't you think congratulations are in order?
What?
Well, boss, I guess congratulations are in order. This is our 333rd time competing against Yai Publishing House in sales, and our best showing to date. 2nd place!
May this be a night of sweet dreams for all.
Too slow. Quit following me.
Nice to see you again, traveler. Yes, the news spread far and wide. A festival for humans and yokai alike is a grand occasion, after all. Ayaka happened to send me an invitation as well, so I came to check it out. I have to say, the atmosphere in Inazuma seems much improved since I left.
The wind rises.